Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon is one of the best mech games that I've ever played. It's fast-paced, at times challenging, and is full of customizations that allow players to strategically approach combat in the manner they choose. In Armored Core 6, you play as a cyborg mercenary piloting a giant mech, referred to as an AC, and are tasked with locating a powerful energy substance on the planet Rubicon, previously thought to have been all but destroyed in an earlier cataclysmic event. This energy source is known as coral and is thought to be the key to humanity's advancement, including reversing the effects of augmentation on the main character. Unfortunately, conflict erupts between corporations and the people of Rubicon for control over coral, and you find yourself caught in the midst of this clash. In Armored Core 6, the game's story will unfold over a series of missions. Prior to the mission, you'll receive a short briefing which mentions any mission details relevant to your success, such as objectives and expected enemy activity. In addition to this, you're given one last opportunity to make any desired modifications to your AC before commencing the mission. As a reward for completing missions, you're awarded money which can be used to purchase new weapons and parts for your AC, which may also be found while searching about during missions. The game generously provides you with the option to replay missions, which you may do simply to accumulate even more funds for AC parts, and should you run out of funds or find any parts not to your liking, fortunately the game lets you sell parts back at full price, emphasizing the incentive to tinker around. Missions may also be replayed to pursue alternative objectives, such as to earn a higher rank on the mission or to acquire any missed combat logs. Combat logs are collectibles earned by defeating specific enemies on select missions, and come in 4 classes of rarity, each corresponding to the difficulty of the enemy encounter. Obtaining these raises what is known as your Hunter class, and each class unlocks even more new parts for your AC. The only catch here is that to acquire the combat log on a mission, you are still required to complete the entire mission, regardless if you have already done so before. Dying or exiting the mission will result in the loss of any acquired combat logs in that run. Furthermore, early on you unlock the Arena Combat Mode, which is a virtual program where you can battle against AI-controlled simulations of mercenaries, working your way up from the lowest rank and achieving rewards along the way. This is an area to get some good practice in on handling various AC builds when you're not deploying on main missions. Lastly, there will be moments in the story where you're given a choice between multiple exclusive missions. Deploying on one mission locks you out of the other for the duration of that playthrough. Given that the game has New Game Plus content, that's your only option to pick the other route to see how the outcome of the story plays out. In summary, I enjoyed this gameplay loop of Armored Core 6. Whether I was sitting down for a short gaming session or an extended one, I found the experience straightforward, to the point, and without any annoying delays or interruptions. When it comes to combat, Armored Core 6 is a game that's all about learning and adjusting to both your enemies and the requirements of each mission. Armored Core 6 excels in its vast customization options that allow players to express their personal playstyles via their custom AC builds. Each AC build and weapon loadout has a major effect on your options in combat and the overall gameplay itself. For example, the fast maneuvers I was able to pull using a lightweight bipedal AC were completely different than the aerial tactics available to me using a tetrapod AC, which were also different than the more zippy and powerful, albeit more grounded strategy utilized with a lightweight tank AC. Building an AC comes down to essentially 3 parts: the frame, the inner parts, and the weapons or units. Starting with the head and core parts of the frame, these mainly deal with weapon accuracy and tracking, and your AC's health respectively. Arms mainly affect the maximum carrying weight of weapons, while the legs play a significant role in your AC's overall defense and movement options. Players will begin the game with the default bipedal leg type, which is a well-rounded option offering a decent balance of speed as well as ground and aerial combat. This includes a reverse joint option too, which offers fast movement speed and substantial launching off of surfaces at the cost of lower weight limits. Tetrapod legs, on the other hand, have high loading capacity and excel at aerial combat, using their ability to remain suspended in the air for long durations. However, if you're prioritizing speed, then you won't find it here. Lastly, you have tank legs, which as you can imagine have high health and weight limits, but are focused primarily on ground combat with minimal aerial support. The second portion of an AC build deals with the inner parts, which concern your generators, boosters, and fire control system, or FCS. These parts play a role in a number of areas, including the overall pool of energy available to your AC to draw from, the acceleration and speed available to you when maneuvering in combat and over terrain, and both the lock-on time and lock-on range capabilities of your AC. The third and last portion of an AC build deals with the weapons or units. In total, there are somewhere over 60 weapons to choose from, covering a wide gamut, affecting your overall damage output and staggerability. Within the game, you have handguns, rifles, shotguns, melee weapons, shields, explosive weapons, plasma and laser weapons, and missiles. Eventually, you will unlock the ability to upgrade your AC's operating system, opening up even more additional features. In my own experience, I wasn't able to stick with just one AC build throughout the entire game. Armored Core 6 is the type of game that will more or less force you to reconsider your build and sortie with ACs you may not have thought of using. Having to manually edit your entire AC build each time you want to change things up can get tedious. However, the game does provide the option to save your preset custom configurations as AC data, which you can quickly load up and then edit, saving you valuable time. As for the bosses in Armored Core 6, they'll pose more significant challenges for you to overcome given their more complex attack patterns and larger health pools. Some of these fights will be battles of patience that involve you waiting for the proper opportunity to unleash your most powerful weapons, whereas others you may find so dangerous that it is better to rush down the boss as quickly as possible. In either case, learning and adapting to their movements and patterns are essential for success, as the bosses in this game will challenge your AC builds, sending you back to the drawing board to rethink your strategy. Personally, I found success in multiple occasions experimenting with an AC build I initially thought would be unsuccessful. Visually speaking, there is a lot of variety here as well. You have your one-on-one boss fights that are up close and personal, and in other cases you have much grander boss fights on a larger scale that remind you that FromSoftware is not afraid to go big in this game. In closing, I found Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon to be a satisfying addition to the series and mech genre as a whole. Although the game's storytelling and often stale mission briefings are not its strongest areas, it makes up for it with innumerous customizations for different playstyles, and a variety of interesting missions full of explosive combat scenarios. Whether you're a returning series fan or just a gamer whose interest has been piqued viewing its gameplay footage, I would highly recommend giving this one a shot. Well, that's it for the video. As always, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to be notified of when new videos release. And leave a comment letting me know what your experience was with Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. If you can't wait for a new video, feel free to check out my prior videos on this channel. See you in the next one.